Hello, back again for Standard 5.4, solving two-step inequalities. Standard 5.4, excuse me. I can solve two-step inequalities. Solve each inequality, graph the solution. All right, we're going to do the same thing we did for two-step equations. We're going to color code here, so let's start with blue. I'm going to undo, so I'm going to find my variable. I want to get down to where I have x is greater than or less than a number, right? So I'm going to start by getting rid of a constant. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. All right? So that's going to leave me negative 2x greater than negative 28. All right? Then I want to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide by negative 2. And just like we learned last time, if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you're going to flip your sign. So this becomes x. That was greater than, now it's going to be less than 14. We're going to graph our solution. Drawing a line, drawing arrows, putting a line in the middle with the number 14. This side goes up 1. This side goes down 1. I wrote the wrong number. I want a 13 there, not a 16. 13. Here. And then I'm going to graph that. Less than means I'm going to have an open circle and an arrow going to the left. All right. Let's do the other one. Other one, we have m divided by 3 minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 6. So let's start with adding 3 and adding 3. Let's bring it down. We have m divided by positive 3 is less than or equal to negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. All right, change colors. I have m divided by 3. I don't want that. I want to multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. And that's going to give me m on one side. It was a positive number, so I don't change my sign. Less than or equal to negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. So negative 9, and then I'm going to graph it. Negative 9, go down 1 here. Or excuse me, up 1 on this side, down 1 on this side. Boy, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a lot of trouble writing on this today. Go do that again. Minus 10. All right. Less than or equal to is a closed circle. And then we have an arrow going up and to the left. All right, let's do some more. Now I have 56 is less than 16 minus 4x. So we're going to start by finding our variable and undoing our constant. I'm going to say, here's my variable, here's my constant, 16. I'm going to do minus 16 and minus 16. That's going to get me 40 on this side. Less than negative 4x. Then I'm going to go grab that. I'm going to divide by negative 4. That's going to flip my sign. So now I have negative 10 is greater than x. And then I'm going to move them again. So I'm going to bring x. Let's see this in green. I'm going to bring x over here. Negative 10 over here. And I'm going to flip my sign. So remember, if your sign is pointing to x, it's going to still be pointing to x. I have x is less than negative 10. I'll go back in here, put negative 10 in the middle, up 1 here, down 1 on this side. And then I'm going to do an open circle because there's no or equal to line. That's line going up and going to the left. All right. Question 4. I have 4 is less than 1 minus n divided by 7. So again, I'm going to start by subtracting 1 from both sides. So now I have 3 is less than negative n divided by 7. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 7 to get, see, negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. My sign flips because I multiplied by negative, so it was less than, now it becomes greater than. And this side is going to be n. Then I'm going to move everything to the other side. So n goes over here. Negative 21 goes over here. My sign flips over again. So it goes from greater than back to less than. I'm going to have this n is less than negative 21. I'm going to draw my line. Negative 21. I'm going to go up 1 here. Down 1 here. All right. I'm going to look. My sign is less than, so it's open circle. And an arrow going up and to the left again. Easy peasy, right? We're just implementing the same skills. The one thing you have to remember is if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you flip your sign. All right? Real world example. Daniel has at most $25 to spend at the fair. If the admission to the fair is $4 and the rides cost $1.50 each, what is the greatest number of rides Daniel can go on? You do not need a graph. We're going to call the greatest number of rides Daniel can go on R equals rides. All right. So we have at most $25. So I'm going to write 25. 25. At most, remember if you remember from the 3 lessons ago, I think. At most is the same thing as less than or equal to, because it cannot go more. At most, it cannot spend over 25, but you can spend less. So less than or equal to 25. All right. So admission to the fair is $4, and the rides cost $1.50 each. All right. So I'm going to do 4 plus 1.5 for $1.50 times R. And we're going to solve for R. All right, so to solve this, I'm going to do minus 4 from both sides. 1.5 times R is less than or equal to 21. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 1.5. Boy, I'm having a hard time writing. 1.5. Divide this by 1.5. So if I take that and I divide, let's see, 21 divided by 1.5, oh, that's going to give me 14. So that's going to make R equals 14 rides. All right, and it says we don't have to look. You do not need the graph, so we are done with this one. Homework is going to be a worksheet. Here is our homework worksheet. Look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 questions that you're going to answer the same way we just did. You're going to solve, show all of your work, then check your answers. If you don't check your answers, you're going to get some wrong and you're going to get it back. Make sure you graph each one of these. On the back, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 word problems. Do your best. All right, give them a shot. Get a hold of me if you don't know what you're doing. If you're watching this before class, I would always suggest starting with the word problems and then going back to the other ones because we can give you more help that way. All right? All right. I think that's it. Oh, there's your answers too. You can take a look at the answers. Remember, the graphs aren't out here. Make sure for the word problems you're labeling. See, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, labeled.